Okay, I need to move along here. So now on to another thing that is really fabulous and good. The garment industry accounts for 20% of all water waste because of the excessive dyeing of fabrics. But the industry is seeing a movement toward natural dyes, and there's a studio right here in Southern California that is leading the way. And who else but our Amy Paffrath, it's Tuesday, everybody, paid them a visit. She joins us now to share what's good about it. Hey there.
Hey there.
Good morning. I got my coffee. I got my good news for you guys. Sometimes the most interesting places are right under our noses, like this unique art studio I saw in my own Silver Lake neighborhood. It was there that I talked to Graham Keegan, a textile designer who not only advocates for the use of natural dyes, he also teaches students how to harness the pigments found in plants.
Sometimes the resources you need are right at your fingertips. Graham Keegan grows plants and uses them to make natural dyes.
Engagement with the natural world, I think, is very important. So just the mere fact that you can, for lack of a better word, summon a color from a plant and then permanently adhere it to a piece of fabric seemed really special to me.
He's had this Silver Lake studio for about a decade, something he never dreamed of as a kid.
Having grown up in Vermont, I never pictured living in Los Angeles. I moved to Los Angeles from Vermont for every reason that you can possibly imagine. But was excited to find that there is a serious fashion industry here and all the resources that go along with that.
A dozen years ago, he was working in the fashion industry, running a screen printing company, but his awareness of the environmental impact of the textile business was making him a bit blue.
Just got tired of working with all the synthetic pigments and inks and wanted to figure out where color could come from in a way that I felt good about.
He started with one plant.
Started growing indigo and learning how to extract the color from the plants and how to use it. And then stepped into just exploring the streets of LA and literally picking a tree or a bush or a plant, bringing it back to the studio, extracting the color, seeing what kinds of colors I could get out of it, and then repeat the process for years. So we're almost blue.
Over the years, he's discovered lots of plants that make good dyes through a lot of trial and
a lot of error.
Opening this studio was a way for him to combine three of his seemingly unrelated interests.
The practice of natural dyeing is actually very appealing to me because it has so many different facets. There's the artistic and design component. There is the gardening and botany component. There's actually a lot of, high school level chemistry involved in terms of producing dyes that will be light fast, wash fast, and stay on the fabric.
He's perfected the science and loves sharing his art with his students. But due to the pandemic, he can't teach classes like he used to.
I'm a little disappointed because typically I'm able to teach classes out of this space, but I'm not able to right now, at least open group classes. I am continuing to teach private lessons and to be able to teach small group pod classes, but it's a bit of a bummer that I'm not able to have as many people in here as I would like to.
In the future, he hopes to use the space to collaborate with more like-minded artists.
I think as people come to realize what is possible here, they're going to come up with their own ideas of how to utilize the space, and I look forward to making it work for everybody.
With a willingness to learn and a space to be creative, innovation happens naturally.
Graham's prints are used by boutique designers and international brands like Urban Outfitters, Anthropologie, and Free People. You can check out his Instagram at YesGraham to see some of his beautiful designs and to even get some DIY inspiration.
Hello, wow. I was sitting up here taking notes. I was like, that stuff looks great. So since in-person classes, naturally, because we're in the midst of this pandemic, are canceled, how can folks connect with him?
Well, you're in luck, Melvin. You can try your hand at home. Graham sells DIY kits, natural dye kits, and seedlings, both of which would make a great stocking stuffer for the DIY lover in your family. And he even has some online tutorials if you want to get even more in-depth. Check out more at his website, grahamkeegan.com.
That's amazing.
Amy, those fabrics, does the dye stay in it? Is it permanent or does it wash out?
It stays in it, and that's what this whole process was for him, the trial and error of finding pigments that would last the test of time and really hang on to the fabric. It's so beautiful to see.
Amazing. It was so cool to see it go into the, whatever that was, container.
And then
Yeah, and then come out slow. I'm like, oh boy.
You know what made
that
me
was
think
so
of, though,
cool.
Amy? Maybe
Like
the indigenous have known this forever, right? They know our seeds and plants and flowers and how to extract those beautiful things. We've just lost touch, so it's wonderful when we return to what has always been organically
back to the root.
And right before us.
That's right.
Yeah, lovely. As always, gorgeous Amy.
Thank you,
so
Amy.
much for your positivity, your
Wouldn't
energy,
be a Tuesday
your life.
without you.